bastard.
Yeah, let's go.
What's up? With the June feed?
All right, we doing it. We got the three amigos here tonight making it happen. Tried and true, doing what it do. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing?
Here, man. Here. How
I'm
you
straight
doing,
up
Heather?
good. Was a busy week.
Hey, yeah. I can agree. Definitely agree on
I can't
that.
hear Enrique.
Pop out and come back in real fast for me, Heather.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
It's wacky times. It's wacky times.
Wacky
Lisa
times.
should be joining us here momentarily. And yeah, we doing it to it. I am getting us shared out. Enrique, my brother, you have had
Yes.
a hell of a week. Talk to us, man. What has been up, man?
Yeah.
Share with us.
Man, ever since Saturday, it's been one seizure after the other. Been back and forth in and out the hospital every day. But hey, I'm here. I can say that it's been life been lifing, but hey, life can only do so much. So I'm here. I'm here, bro. So hey, it only did what it tried, but it didn't win. So hey, I won in the end. So yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Indeed.
Give me a second here. We're gonna reset mics. So, you went to the hospital, you said?
Yeah, man. I probably went to the hospital this week. I think I went about maybe 3 or 4 times. Yeah, and got the same old. Went. They did the little blood check and gave me something for pain and it told me to make sure you keep your appointments with the neurologist. Like, okay, all right. Me being in there myself, I promise it seems like they really don't know what to tell epileptics, and they get to the point to where they just, hey, you come in, you tell them what's going on, they'll give you something and send you on about your way. Because I mean, when you mention epilepsy, from what I know of, you mention epilepsy, they look at it and be like, oh, it's nothing we can do about it. You just gonna have to deal with it. And they treat you in that manner. Because I got treated the same way. Like, no overnight observation or nothing like that. They send in a random neurologist. They say this and that. It basically be the same old damn thing all the time. To the point where I get used to it. I got used to it. Heard what they said, got up, left. Right back, same old. Just got up and left. I ain't doing nothing but just keeping stuff documented. So it looks better on my end from what my lawyer told me. So that's the only reason why I go. Because if I had my own choice, then I just deal with it and stay my butt at home. Because I really don't think it get love like it should or get acknowledged like it should. But hey, it's life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just keep on making it do what it do and keep on moving forward. So hey, yeah, it's Friday. We made it.
We did make it to Friday. That is a fact.
Yeah.
The boat is in the building. Oh, you know what? That's what I got to do. I got to see. I send everybody everything on Facebook, and I send it to Instagram for the boat. It's coming, boat. Heather, how are you? What's good with you? How's your weekend? What have you been up?
I'm good. It was a busy week. Lots of work. I work for a hospital corporation, so lots of work.
Absolutely.
My brain hurts.
Fair enough. We have some weird audio. Are you on your Bluetooth right now by any chance? No. There's some weird microphone stuff going on there. A little staticky.
Let me see if I can use my earbuds. See if
No worries. Yeah, no worries there. We're working it. See here, we got some comments coming in. Dimitri in the building. Karina. Carino Ascendable in the building.
What's
Karina,
up,
if you would
everybody?
like the link, I will send it to you. Let me get this to Rudy. You guys keep going. See, that's the problem. I'm trying to produce, you know?
Yeah.
So, um, normally I'm used to having enough people where I let y'all kind of talk while I do my stuff, or I
Yeah.
would like start doing it like an hour early, but y'all caught me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't want any of that. So yeah, man. So you went. Did they give you any different medicines? New medicines? Did they
No.
any medicines you're on or
They
anything?
they went up on one of the medications. They went up on it. Went from 10 milligrams to 15. I don't know if anybody on here takes clobazam, but they went up on my clobazam. It's supposed to be like a helper prescription to the main thing, because I take lacosamide, which is the off-brand Vinpat, and I take clobazam. Clobazam is supposed to be that help pill, and they went up on it from 10 milligrams to 15. So yeah, that's how they did.
And do you feel like that's helping at all?
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, man, look, man, I've been having these things for 24 years. I just take what they give me, man. I just take what they give me, and I go to the trees. For anybody, I'm pretty sure people understand what I'm saying. When I talk in code, I go to the trees. I'm in the sky, being fairly high. So hey, I mean, I just take the medication, and I also use what the Lord did bless the land with, and hey, I make it do what it do.
Amen.
I
Amen.
make it do what it do, man. Hey, gotta keep on keeping on, because hey, time ain't gonna wait on nobody. And hey, it's only so much the seizures can do, man. I ain't finna be no punk to it. I'm gonna keep fighting until I can't fight no more. So yeah.
Absolutely, man. And your journey is so important. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That's why, we're just so glad to have you here. And let's see here. Heather, Enrique, Karina, and then Dimitri said, we see you out there doing God's things. God bless you and your family. Here she is. Everybody have a great weekend.
Oh, you
Dimitri,
too.
please DM me, dude. Let's do something like Thursday if you're available. So Dimitri's one of those dudes. I'm like, hey, let's do a podcast. He's like, oh, I couldn't possibly. I got to get it all set up right. And meanwhile, he's doing like 100 streams from his car. I'm like, that's all you got to do, dude. Just do it for like what you do every day. Just do it with me.
Look, he can slide, yeah. He can make some time.
He's like, all this good looking can't be hidden, but I can't do your podcast, bro. You know what I mean? How you doing, Heather? Talk to us.
I'm good. Just working a lot. And,
Oh my gosh,
you know.
I'm professional. Now I gotta so like, you know how it is with like I EQ'd you with like a messed up mic. Now I gotta EQ you like you have a professional mic. I love that. That's awesome. You guys like my hat?
Got it all
Cute
classed and
kid.
everything. Okay, got the mic on, the earphones, and everything. Okay, Heather. All right. All right.
The boy.
You guys
loves
like my
me.
new cowboy hat? I got a brand new cowboy hat.
Wow, and it says it too, don't it? Cowboy hat. I thought you finna get a little happy. I'm like, wait a minute, you ain't no Cowboys fan?
It's a cowboy hat. Anyway.
It's a
Oh my
cowboy
goodness.
hat.
Oh shoot. I gotta I was doing that. Sorry. I'm coming, Rudy. Hang in there. I'm coming right now. Sorry. Oh my goodness. And Lisa's on her way in too.
Okay.
So
She
just,
is.
yeah, she's coming. She's coming.
Yay!
I know we couldn't keep her away. I tried. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. Know what I'm saying? So let's
Say hi,
see
Nora.
here.
Hi.
Hey, honey. Hey, Nora.
Nora.
Hey, Nora. How you doing, honey? Oh, she can't. Oh, yeah. Give her the headphones. Hey, Nora. How you doing, baby?
Good.
Yay, Nora.
You're good.
Woo!
You having fun on Friday?
Yay.
You had a good Friday today?
Yeah.
Awesome. Uh-oh.
The queen is here.
What's up, Lisa?
Nana's friend.
I'm not eating close to nature today.
You know.
I'm just told Robert Ferguson. I'm like, Robert, I'm in the store. I'm getting red vines, but at least I'm not drinking alcohol.
Hey.
We'll call it a win for the day.
This is I just needed it, you guys. I just drove in. I'm
Hey,
just
I
exhausted
understand.
again.
Hey, I understand. Trust me, I
Ah,
do.
Yep,
How
me
you
too.
be though, Lisa?
am I at the thank God it's Friday show?
Yes, you absolutely are.
Yes.
Check the
Heather
DMs,
Marks,
Rudy.
guess what?
What?
I just saw your YouTube video on our YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
and your YouTube video has the most views out of all the YouTube videos. 110 views already.
Hey,
I
that
wanted
is
to give you a shout out.
crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's like double the second highest. So it's like 110 and then like 52. So good girl.
Baby, you getting some love. They out there loving up on you, ain't it?
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
I
So
have
I'm
some
proud
fans
of you.
here in
I
Indiana.
want to let you know that.
That's
I'm
what's
so
up.
excited. I
Did
love
you-
that.
Yeah.
I sent her a clip. Did you post the clip?
I have posted a couple of clips, yes, while back.
Well, no, the clip I made.
Oh, no, I haven't posted
the-
that one yet.
Fair. You know what I mean? I just do the work for fun. Anyway, so why would we like take all the work I do and share it out to help people? Anyway, when we can keep it in our inbox, right?
I know,
get it.
right?
This little light of mine, I'm not gonna let it shine.
I might let it
I'm kidding.
dwindle
I'm
out a
kidding.
little. No.
Guys
will
in the
share.
chat, we
are
see
made
you.
of light.
We're all light. It's one of my favorite songs.
I love that.
By a band called XTC. The song is called We're All Light. Right here. There we go. Check this out. Guys, we got this clip. This was from one of our Friday nights. If you're not watching our Friday nights, you are not checking it out. I swear I saw Ferguson and Ashton, and I don't know what happened. Guys, if you can hear me, if you're watching, come back in. Carino, if you want the link.
Come on in here.
Yeah. Oh, there's Robert. Well, no, it was Robert. Anyway, we're going to check this clip out. It's about a minute long. Let's check this out. This was just so dang inspiring. We love you, Heather. Thank you. Let's go.
No doubt.
How about volume? We love audio on our clips. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
So we don't have a lot of Epilepsy Foundation of America representation here. So my first order of business is support groups. In-person support groups in 3 different locations equally spaced out throughout the state that I plan on volunteering my time to go to once a month in each different location. And then my next order of business is establishing an assistance fund for patients who need assistance with their medications or transportation to and from doctor's appointments.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Wow.
And then I think my third initiative, if I can get them behind it, is in October. Cure Epilepsy actually hosts something called SUDEP Action Day. It's all about sudden unexplained death in epilepsy. The whole day is dedicated to that. And actually this year happens to be on mine and Bobby's 15-year anniversary, October 21st.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
awesome.
we're gonna see if we can get the Epilepsy Foundation to go in with us on a night for epilepsy, where we plan on having a concert and art on display with a silent auction to raise money to fund the assistance programs and the support groups.
Let's go. That is what we
Absolutely
need.
love it. Mhm.
Yes, man.
That,
Shout out to y'all.
oh my gosh.
Shout out.
So we don't have a lot of Epilepsy Foundation.
All right. That's what it is,
Yeah.
y'all. That was awesome.
That is what's
You know,
up.
we love it.
Yes.
Oh, Teresa in the house.
How you doing, Terry?
Good. I am
Oh,
painting.
they coming in. What's your card name?
I submitted.
Okay. Oh, nice. Breaking the record, man. We got 8 now. You got 8 this week. Okay. Yeah. What's up?
The Purple Pop-Up Initiative.
Yes, this is what we talking about right here. Yeah, how y'all doing this evening?
I'm talking to HealthLink here in my town of LaPorte, Indiana, and so that I will be at the community events, fairs, crafts, any of their HealthLink associated events. I'll be able to put up my purple pop-up tent and then that I called it the Purple Pop-Up Initiative.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I'm hoping that it'll spread to, because I think that it's really important for small towns, because like Heather said, in Indiana, it's such a freaking. I had a nice sit-down meeting with the state representative, on Wednesday, and he knew nothing about epilepsy, nothing about the history of Indiana and epilepsy. Even had to ask me if the sterilization law had been repealed. Okay, I'm sorry, but you should probably know that. You should know your history. He was a really nice guy, and he was really eager to know things. So, and ask questions. He's supporting me on that level, because I know you guys work with the foundation and everything, and that is great. But like I told Heather, I got to stick with the local foundations in my town, and she's going to work with me on the support group, which is awesome. And but with my experience from last year, putting the foundation's name out there caused me more harm than good. More people walked by the table because they see it. They see a foundation, and then they feel like they're inclined, I guess, to donate. I don't want that. So that's why I give the stuff away. That's why I just give it away. Print it out, do all that stuff, and give it away, because the education and the awareness is that's my level. That's where I go. All right. Everybody's got their step on the ladder. This is where I am. You guys, you think, but if I can get other people to start small in their small towns with a Purple Pop-Up Initiative, and because I want everyone to know that they have a voice and they can do these little things. I've seen on some of these support groups where they're like, I wish I could do this. And, yeah, you can. It's like, I thought it was going to be so hard. And I thought I had to have the louder voices and everything, but you don't. It literally cost me nothing to put up a 6-foot table with a tent, and I stuffed goodie bags, bubbles. I got flowers. I got, all kinds of stuff to get people talking. And with this initiative, it keeps going, and I'm able to I have a doctor that even wants to come and just check it out. So, I mean, there's just little stuff that can happen and just grow and grow and grow.
We love it. Guys, we're going to hit Lisa. How are you, Lisa? Hi. Looking good. The updo is fire. Let's go.
All right. Look, y'all out here making moves. Okay.
Oh, you're eating. We're going to Carino. Sorry. Yeah, it is working, but you're eating. We're going to Carino. Hi, Karina. How are you?
Hi. I was doing homework when I saw you guys pop up on my feed. So I was like, let me go check it out over there. So this is where the party's at, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, and I'm an old man now, and it's not a market I'm in. But boy, back in the day, Enrique, if we went to a party and it was just us two and this many ladies, you know what I mean? Anyway, I would just be like, hey,
congratulations, well done.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, you always want the ratio, yeah. There'll be more women than it is men, yeah.
Always, especially amazing ladies like this. Next up is Keely. Hi, Keely. Let's go. Long time no see.
Hey, Keely.
What do you look?
Kylie. It's Kylie.
Kylie. I knew that. I was
Kylie.
testing you.
Okay, yeah. Let's make sure we get her name right. It's Kylie,
And you-
right?
mispronounced my name.
You passed that test, but barely. Yeah, Kylie and Enrique, not Enrique and not Keely. Neither one. That would be stupid, and we don't do that here. You know what I mean? That would be like,
There you go.
we don't
Yeah.
do that.
Say that
We
horn.
just don't do
Uh-huh.
that. You know what I mean? So, Kylie, how you been? How are things?
It's been a little. I would say it's been a little challenging with my husband being deployed, but at the same time, I'm putting my foot down. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm cleaning the house. I'm making sure I have medications throughout the week. I refill each week, and I actually, if I kind of feel like almost like a new person in a way, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Not because he's not here, but at the same time because I'm doing this all on my own with all the stuff that I have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Take care
Yeah.
of
Like a spirit.
That makes sense.
taking care of a house. A busy house full of pets. Visiting my parents, visiting his parents, and just don't know how to word.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey guys, there's a bunch of us how it can get tricky. Hang in there. If it gets tricky, we'll figure it out. And then there's Harold. Oh my goodness. We gotta bring him on finally.
Oh, there you go. Before Harold,
Harold, great more,
Hey.
ladies and
Harold.
gentlemen.
Hey man, what's up,
Welcome.
Harold?
Can you hear us?
How you doing, man?
All right, man.
It is good to see you, sir. It is a pleasure.
Can
Finally have
can
you
y'all
on the
still
show.
see me?
Finally get to see you, man.
No, but
can't
we can
see
hear you.
Keely, but we can hear. Excuse me,
Or at least
Kylie,
I
we
can't see
but
you.
we can hear you. Cannot see you.
Probably
But we
my phone's over here. Sorry.
Look, I told you that time before y'all started to come out. This
Phone
is what's
is overheating
up.
a little bit.
This is basically what
But-
we've been trying to do.
Oh,
I'm so
Courtney is
happy
running
that
out.
y'all done came out on
Like
a
I said, I'm just-
Friday night.
Absolutely.
I'm doing things that
yeah,
relax me, and cleaning the house is weirdly one of them. Filling up my pills, weirdly one of them. And
Right.
I feel like I'm almost like not relaxed person.
That's good. Relaxing is always
It
good. Is that,
It is. That's the best
get
thing.
some funky feedback. Hang in there with
I'm
me, guys. We're
doing
gonna
what
find
y'all said.
out. Awesome.
Let me try this. Let me just do this.
Keely,
Do you think,
can you
honey,
hear
we'll
me?
be
Kind of
Keely?
just step out of my comfort zone, if that makes sense. Not to like steal anything, but just kind of try something new, if that makes sense.
Hear you guys.
Keely, can you hear me?
But then I go back to my old routine and cleaning the house, drinking morning coffee, having a little late breakfast, taking care of the pets.
Absolutely, we love it.
House.
Tell you what, I think we're having
Oh,
some
my
tech
goodness.
issues. We're
You know
gonna
what? I wish
bring
I
you
had
out
this
for a
when I was
second.
young.
All right. Can everybody hear me?
There we go. All right, yeah. There we go. We got movement. There we go.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
All right. And then we're bringing Courtney back in. I realize we've got an 8-person limit,
Courtney
so
back.
any more than 8 and it drops the person when we bring the next person on. I only know that now because I've never had 9 people on his stream before. I think 7.
Look, yeah, man. Look, we getting up there, man.
But give a shout out to Andrew.
Yeah,
Right.
Andrew.
I would
What's up,
I would just
Andrew?
do a quick update.
Yes, it's Courtney's turn. Absolutely. Talk to us, Courtney. How are you?
Hey,
So
Courtney.
the place that I want to do the epilepsy unit stay, I don't get to see a neurologist there until the end of May.
Mm.
And I'm like, really? You're gonna make me wait when I've already been having an uptick in seizures here? Like,
That's crazy.
It is.
but then my main neurologist, I see him on Thursday, so I'm gonna see on Thursday if he could do like a doctor to doctor kind of thing, saying, "Hey, let's get this going.
Yeah.
Like, let's make this more urgent than the end of May because I don't feel like I should have to wait till the end of May just to get a process started."
You would think that. I promise you would. You would think with something as big as epilepsy, you would think it will be a little bit more initiative and a little bit more drastic effort to get it looked at. But it always
I mean,
seems,
especially in the DC area. I mean, come on. We live by politicians on a daily basis. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep fighting. At the end of the day, you got to keep fighting because, hey, I mean,
right.
you got to keep doing it at the end of the day. And, you know, it's unfortunate that we get the short end of the stick, but just because you get the short end of the stick don't mean that you don't have some of that stick too. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
Despite
I did see my new outpatient therapist on Tuesday night. She's really nice.
Well, that's good.
So,
that's what's up, Courtney.
And she said to me, "Let's work on making it so you can actually celebrate your birthday instead of worrying about the traumas that surround it." I was like, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Courtney, baby, we want you to celebrate your birthday. And the last thing we want you to do is be worried about anything on your birthday.
Yeah, well, I have, like, every year it seems like I get a new trauma on and around my birthday.
I can understand that.
Just before or just after or on. I'm just like, so every year I'm like, what's going to happen this year? That's going to just add to it.
I would be lying if I said that it didn't happen to me like that as well. Like around my birthday, it seems like sometimes I might get trauma and start having seizures from time to time. I never understood that. But one thing about it, everybody up on here is a fighter. And hey, if I'm just gonna be blunt, you just tell it to kiss your ass. I mean, don't let it ruin
Can you
your
guys
day.
hear me? Because I can't hear any of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh,
I
okay.
can hear you.
Good.
We hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. That's why I
Right.
just stepped out. That's why
Yeah, Mike coming. He's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
We've achieved 9 people. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 on the stream. I got it working for 9.
Yes. Well, we got a record tonight on the mic.
Thank you for coming to this Zoom meeting. Thank you for coming to your quarterly performance report, everyone. Quite frankly, I have to say I'm disappointed in
It's so
all of you.
awesome to see all of you because I see all of you like on like the Facebook feeds, but I don't know who you are like in person. So it's so good to like put the name to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
thank
agree.
you for adding me on to the call, Lisa. Like I appreciate that so much. I have huge news. I'm sure most of you saw it on my Facebook feed, but I wrote a book. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it's a children's book. It is about Daniel, my son, who I did lose to setup December of 2024, but it's about him and his journey with epilepsy and him still wanting to show compassion to others and love his community and being able to move forward and living his life and making sure he like lived his dreams and just being able to be Daniel in his normal self, right? Because he never felt normal per se once he started getting the seizures more often. So I've had it on my heart to write this book over a year, but I just was kind of sitting on it, thinking about it, contemplating, and on and on and on. And finally, like the Lord shook me and said, "Today's the day." And I was like, no, I'm fighting with the Lord. And he's like, "Today's the day." And I was like, I have homework, I have meetings, I have all of these things. And he's like, no, today is me and you, and we're writing this book. And I was like, okay. So I did. It took me about 3.5 hours, 4 hours to write it. And it's it's beautiful to see it. I didn't type it out. I like wrote it by hand, so it's in my notebook.
Wow.
But it's now been taken to a publishing house, and it should be ready by November to be out and be sold on Amazon and in person for all of those that want to buy it in person. And to those of you that have helped contribute to me being able to get it published, I thank you so much. Um, so yeah, that's just a little bit of my update, but it's going to be a beautiful children's book. And actually yesterday I was able to speak to somebody in the school district, and I will be able to go into the school to read this book to children. I guess in the month of November and moving forward. So I'm excited to help bring a little bit of awareness about epilepsy to younger children, because as we know, epilepsy has no boundaries, has no, gender. It's not gender neutral. It just happens to anybody at any time, any age. So I I'm looking forward to it. Totally stepping out of my comfort zone, because this is something that I wouldn't do normally for myself, but I know that the Lord is guiding me, so I know that it's gonna be a great work that is going to be able to bring awareness to what we're all here talking about. So thank you for your support. I love you guys.
I'm
Yes.
so excited
Aw.
for
It
you.
Amen.
will, it
Ooh,
will be a
amen to
beautiful
that.
book published.
Yes.
Applaud to you.
Yes.
Thank
Yes. That's
you.
lovely.
And I will
That's
definitely
lovely.
start sharing more as I receive a little bit more info. I haven't really gotten very much, but I have seen a little bit of a sneak peek to what the book is going to look like. And it brought me to tears because it's so beautifully like illustrated. So I just can't wait for all of you to see it.
Oh,
I love that. And
yes.
while
So
you have the
awesome.
floor, because we know
So
going to be a lot of folks going to be talking about a lot of stuff, we want to go ahead and let people know you got a fundraiser coming up. Is that correct? A fundraiser? Let's go.
Got a fundraiser. All right.
Carino, can you hear me? Carino, can you hear me? Sometimes that happens. Carino, can you hear me? No.
I
It's all
saw my
good.
Facebook, but I didn't hear anything you all said.
Enrique,
Oh,
can you hear me?
Could you hear?
You have a fundraiser. Somebody just tell her fundraiser, and then she'll
So I
fundraiser.
do have, I'm sorry.
Carino,
A
you have a
fundraiser. You have a
fundraiser coming
fundraiser
up? Can
coming
you
up.
talk
Yes,
about
we're
your
having a
fundraiser?
fundraiser currently for the foundation that obviously carries Daniel's name on it. Um, I can't hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know what
Yes?
that is. Hold
Okay.
on.
So yes, we
There we
are
go.
currently having a pizza fundraiser to help the foundation uh, become a 501c3. I in my mistake when I was doing the paperwork for the foundation, I thought I had already done that portion of the paperwork, and apparently I didn't. When I was trying to I was trying to add the PayPal giving fund to the foundation so that we could be chosen as an organization for birthdays, because people have been asking me about that. And when I reached out to PayPal, they let me know like there's something missing. Although yes, you are recognized as a nonprofit organization, you are not recognized as a 501c3. So that needs to be taken care of so that we can go ahead and move forward in adding you and your organization to our list of organizations that we do have on the list already. So that is what this fundraiser right now currently is for. So it's a $20 donation, and the people receive a pizza that is normally about $17-18. So they get a pizza, they get a drink, and then they get a dessert included with their little ticket. And the fundraiser will run from April the 28th to May the 4th. So it's about a good week. The pizza is like brick oven, I guess, brick oven pizza. So it's very it's delicious pizza. I actually
I'm
had
gonna
one
say,
last
yeah,
night.
that
The picture
sounds
that I
good
posted
right now.
was actually last
Great.
night after church service. We all kind of went and hung out at the food park, and they've just like embraced our organization at the food park, and they let us have our special events there. They're going to let us have our packet pickup for the 5K is also going to be there at the food park. So I'm also very excited to say that we already have a date set for our 5K. It will actually be November 7th. We already reserved our park. We're trying to get more like city officials invited to the event so that they can also be educated. Like somebody said, that our city leaders are not educated. They don't know what epilepsy is. Like, how could they not know? But they don't know. So I'm the mama on a mission to be able to educate them, like I've been educated from all of you. So thank you all for your insight and your love that you have for the diagnosis. Obviously, a lot of us here, I mean, that's why we're here, right? To be able to help each other, uplift each other, and help other people that don't know be educated, no matter who they are. So even our you know city leaders need to be educated, and it's okay if they don't know. We're here to teach them. So
There you go. No
yeah.
doubt.
Amen
No
to
doubt. No
that.
doubt.
Let's go. And hey, Karina.
No doubt. That's what's up. Y'all supposed to be vibing in this.
I don't think she can hear it at all. That's okay. It's all good. So, anyway,
Look,
that is
faces up.
awesome.
Feed, I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all, Feed. Like, we done had 9 people up on. We've never had 9 people at one time. Now we have 8. Like at first, it went from 8 because we've only had 7 as far as I can remember. I could be wrong.
The
But
7 was the.
I think 7 was the. Was it 7 the most we had?
Yeah, 7 was the most we ever had for sure.
See, and then y'all popped on, and it was 8, and then y'all popped on again, and it was 9. Like, this is exactly what we were talking about, making it a safe, brave space for people to just like us to just come on. Whether they, because the community cannot be the community without the community. We have epileptics, we have the caretakers. Everybody is up in this wonder, but look, y'all ought to be happy. Y'all ought to be smiling. Y'all ought to be smiling because basically what y'all doing right now, y'all showing that life can still go on. You can still function. You can still live a life despite what we would call a shortcoming. It can't hold you down. Y'all getting up on here talking about y'all and wrote books. Y'all doing these things. Y'all doing that things. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly why the group was made, to be able to be created for people to feel like they can come on and meet and greet and do your thing. This is basically all we want. We want people to be, don't be ashamed. Don't be scared to get on and talk. If you want to talk, come on and talk. This is what the feed is for. So shout out to all y'all on behalf of me. Shout out to y'all for feeling comfortable enough to come on, show your faces, talk, things like that. Because let's keep it real. We don't talk to a lot of people about what we have. We don't just be out doing it and doing it and doing it. But the fact that we can come within each other and do that, hey, y'all done made my night, man. Y'all done made my night, the feed. Y'all have made my night. This is a blessing just sitting here and looking at everybody. Yeah, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. This is what I'm talking about right here. This
You know
is
what?
what we've been trying to do right here.
Y'all
Look,
get the
y'all
rare
keep that same-
patented. I'm just gonna say, man, they get the rare patented PT Pod pews, bro. Watch it.
Yes, give it to him, Mike.
Pew
Give it to him.
all
Give
the
him
pew, all of them.
Give him the pews. Yes.
It keeps
Give him
going.
the pews. This is what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. Doing it. Yeah. Tell these teachers and all that to kiss your butt. You gonna still do your thing. You gonna still live your life. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna make me shed some tears up in this thing. Like, y'all ain't fucking good up. But this is, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is lovely. I love this.
Lisa, we
This
need
is
an
lovely.
update. How are you, girl? How are you?
Yes, come on with it, Lisa.
What up, young Lisa?
I'm doing great. I'm just listening in. I'm totally recharged as a result of all of this. It's so exciting to see everybody on here tonight, looking so beautiful. Carino, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much for all that you're doing. I am really blessed to hear that God is opening doors for you to read that book in November in classrooms, and I hope that it won't just be where you're at, but that book will go into classrooms all over. I don't know if she can even hear me. So I'm happy for her, and I'm happy that that affects all of us. Heather Marks doing a great job. Courtney, I'm excited to hear about your therapy. I think that's really, really important. And to keep that up, you know, because every single caregiver and person with any chronic illness should be in therapy. So I applaud you for that, and your courage. Carino, I don't know if you heard me, but I was just saying that I really am so proud of you, and I pray that that book gets read in a lot of classrooms all across the U.S. In Epilepsy Awareness Month. And I pray there'll be a day where, you know, we'll all be at the White House together, you know, celebrating some big, you know, huge milestone for epilepsy in our nation. And just want to speak that into existence. And Harold, thank you so much, sir, for coming on tonight and gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
And
the rock. The rock.
Yeah.
Yes. Always got the word. Always got a beautiful word coming through.
Yeah. So happy, sir, that you made it on. Yeah, so happy you made it on tonight. Thank you so much for just being a light in a very dark world. And thank you for your courage as well, just to share real truth, you know, not a truth, but the truth with all of us in the group. And, you know, it doesn't bother me, you know, when people say, oh, you know, is this a religious group or whatever? No, it's a God group, and it's a faith-filled group, and we love our Creator. So thank you, sir, for supporting all of us. And, you know, just keep it up. You know, we hear you, we see you, and what you're doing is very valuable. And I want you to know that, you know, and I think everybody on this call tonight and stream tonight would agree with me that you are of great value to Faces of Epilepsy and to the community here. So we appreciate you, sir.
Amen.
I appreciate you guys a lot too. You mean a lot to me. You guys have been a big help. I know
this is beautiful, yo. This is beautiful for real. Like on the real tip, like the young kids said, this is because at the basis of all of it, like what Harold does is he makes sure that the Lord is in the middle, in the beginning, and at the ending of everything that people in this group, Faces of Epilepsy, every day does. We keep God first. I mean, because we were all made up in His own image, you know. So just because we have what we have doesn't make us any less than the person who might not have what we have, because we all were made in the image of God. So yes, Harold, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Man. I second that what Lisa said. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
They prayed over me them 2 nights, and then I was out walking in the heat in the summer, and then I got to thinking about it. And I was like, wait a minute, I should have had a seizure, you know. I got so hot, you know, and then I texted my friend. I said, wait, didn't you pray over me the night? You know, he said, yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, man, it's been almost a year.
Praise God.
Now it's been 2 years and 5 months now. It's been 2 years and 5 months now.
Let's go.
That's what's up, man. 2 years.
They decreased the Keppra from 6 a day to 5 a day.
Thank you, Jesus.
And the neurologist up there, she gave me my license back. Well, she sent me to an epileptologist, and I never even heard an epileptologist. But she sent me to her. And she said, I think everyone should have the right to drive. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what? Yeah. and then she gave me my right to drive back, get my license. And then I was just totally stunned again, And then I was like thanking the Lord for that, and here I am. I was kind of scared about driving this truck because it's a bigger, you've probably seen the picture of the truck on Facebook. It's a bigger truck, than what I was normally driving before because I was driving smaller cars. But I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared to drive it. I'm not, because God's always been with me.
Amen.
Brother,
Amen.
I don't know you.
And no one,
Amen.
and I've been in accidents when I had seizures before, but nobody else has ever been involved.
Amen.
Nobody else was ever involved. Nobody else was ever injured except me.
I don't know you too well, but I'm pretty sure you were born to drive a truck. Let's go.
Hey.
A
Dodge, a Ford, a Chevrolet, something. Which one of them, man?
Trucks.
That's what I'm driving, a Chevy Avalanche.
There you go.
All right.
I'm a Ford man, but we'll fight about that later. Speaking of people from the Reignited podcast, fresh in, looking sexy with his blonde lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
What up, Rudy?
The boat, Rudy from
What up?
Reignited in the building. How are you doing?
Hi, Rudy.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, gang. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're good.
Yeah.
Good. I had to let the hair down a little bit tonight, guys. It was up. It was too tight all day, but I've been listening all night, and you guys' stories are so inspiring. And Carlino, like, congratulations on the book, and I hope
Some
it
days I
goes platinum or whatever books do. You know what I mean, dude? It's amazing to hear, and it's amazing to see. And like, Enrique always says, like, we got epilepsy. It doesn't have us. And that's just prime example.
Hey, say it
And,
again, man.
yeah. And everybody just kind of pushing and recognizing, what we have to do to get through and get over those humps is amazing. And I'm so glad, and I'm so privileged, and thank you, Mike, for just letting me be a part of the group, dude. I love it. I love it. And and I feel a little bit bad because, like, this week was a good week for me. I didn't seize. I didn't even get an inkling or that, the anxiety spike or anything. And, listening to Enrique's been like in and out all week, and praying for your brother always, you know what I mean? And, there's going to be weeks like that, you know what I mean? And you just got to put those boots on the ground, brother. You know what I mean? And so
there you go.
I know there'll be weeks like that for me, but I thank God, and that I didn't get any this week, and it was good and thorough and really kind of smooth. So, but God bless you guys, and this is really kind of it's inspiring. Everybody's inspiring, and yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, man, and I think God gave you that love because, man, that podcast was rough. I understand. As a producer, we're gonna producer talk everybody on the panel for a second. But my man, like, when you try to like redo your studio and like redo how you like do the podcasting thing that we do, dude. There is so many little knobs and buttons and wires and boxes you have to check and uncheck and all of that stuff. And oh my goodness, it's been frustrating lately.
Oh, so, yeah, that was a little frustrating. And the thing is too, is like you just keep rolling, just like we do, with the seizures. Yeah. It's like, well, if my computer's gonna seize, at least I didn't seize, but we can figure this out. You know what I mean, on the back end.
I get to laugh. Yeah.
I'd rather my computer seize any day of the week than me, bro.
There you go. Yeah.
Shout out to Andrew and Ashton in the chat, and Kelsey in the chat, by the way.
What's up with that?
I just want to speak to the people with epilepsy that
can't drive or like right now because of like the state laws in the United States are so different. Like here in Maryland, it's 90 days without a seizure.
Oh,
And my last one was
man.
April 15th. But I only have a regular state ID because I made that choice personally before I started having the uptick in seizures that I didn't want to take that chance of driving and having a seizure when driving. So
okay.
don't be discouraged if you can't drive right now. Like, don't be discouraged if they say you won't be able to drive for however long. I know people overseas in Germany that can't drive for a year after they have a seizure.
Yeah.
So like, it's just so different everywhere you go, everywhere you live. And I thought 90 days was long. I'm glad it's not a year.
At one point in time down here in Mississippi, it used to be a year, but they changed it to 6 months. So, me personally, I've never had a driver's license, and I've owned 2 cars, but I've never had a driver's license due to the season.
Part of my decision too is I still live with my parents, so like basically my transportation is built in, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to worry about getting a car. I don't have to worry about driving. I just worry about getting to appointments and making sure my dad has them on his calendar.
I like
and then that he puts it on my calendar. That's his job, syncing the calendars up so we know when not to make the appointments for.
Okay.
That's a good thing. Speaking of stuff like that, how crazy important are those little pill holders with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on them for you guys? Because for me, they are light. You know what I mean? They exactly. Yes,
love it.
Karina,
I love
yes.
it.
You know what? I ain't
They're
got that
so
yet, but I
important.
think I'm
Like,
gonna end up
Bill
having-
box.
Look, Reno showing us. Okay, bet.
they're
This is
so
the one
important.
today. I'm
Yeah.
almost done with it.
Yeah.
Just have the
Especially
night
with them
meds
men
left.
I reset on Saturdays. When do you all reset?
Yeah, I
Sunday.
fell for I have 2 of these. I fell once the other one is empty. I will fill for the following 2 weeks on a Saturday.
Yeah.
That's
no,
why
they're-
when my dad's like, when do you need the meds by? I'm like, I fill on Saturdays, so I don't need them until Saturday.
And now I understand how important a pill box is. I know, like for Daniel, I would purchase it for him and I would make sure it was filled for him and his medical needs. But I mean, I now have to have a pill box on my nightstand so that I can remember to take my own pills. Nonetheless, it's not, it's not the kind of medication that all of you take, but yet for me, it's so important. And it's just for high blood pressure. I mean, it's not even for anything like what you all have to endure, but
I got that high blood pressure too.
it's so important.
I
So
only take 2 actual medical pills a day, and I take like 9 pills a day. I take 3 different kinds of B. I take 2 huge omega 3s. I take a complex B, a B12, of course, vitamin C every day, a zinc. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I learned,
Yeah.
honestly, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I was looking at Mike Tyson takes like 12 different vitamins a day too, and like, say what you want, you know what I mean? But for my age, I get around pretty good still. So, you know,
See,
you know, my agent tells me I can still play 30. So, anyway,
My problem is remembering to take the supplements because I use the one that I used to use for my supplements as the second week for my meds.
right. Yeah, you don't want to. Fair enough. And then can I ask around how many, meds are people on? And then, like Harold, you said you reduced on your Keppra. Do you take anything besides Keppra, or is it just Keppra?
No, I take Dilantin, Onfi, Topramate, Synthroid, cholesterol pill, and then vitamins, B12 and multivitamin and vitamin D.
Okay.
Awesome. I love your voice so much, man. I'm gonna send you $50 to just read the Bible, and I'm just gonna go to sleep to it every night. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, it sounds like
in
that,
the
don't it?
beginning.
Don't it?
In the beginning
Yeah.
was the Word, and the Word was
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, Harold's got a new job.
But it's a northern
It sound like it,
redneck,
don't it, Mike?
Yeah,
or
exactly. I love
southern
the
redneck, you know, southern northern redneck.
just to try to get close to you, I'll be like, I'm Harold Creekmore. You know what I mean? And it still doesn't come close. And it still doesn't work. You know what I mean? Speaking of people working hard, ladies and gentlemen, Ashton.
Yay!
What's up, Ashton?
How you doing?
Yay!
How you doing?
How are you guys?
What's up, Ashton?
I'm gonna go get ready for bed.
Are you gonna drop off?
Okay, bye, Courtney.
I don't want
Bye,
to,
Courtney.
but I have to think about my mental and physical health.
We love that. We love that. That is yes.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Courtney.
Good to have you on.
And lack of sleep can cause seizures, so
That's my number one trigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
You
My
get
number
that
2
rest. We
trigger.
love you. Thank you for being an example
we
for
love
all
you,
of us.
Courtney.
Thank you. Thank you. We love you. Thank you,
Goodbye,
ladies and gentlemen. Courtney Frazier.
Bye, Courtney.
Let's go. Thank you, Courtney.
Bye, Courtney.
All right, Courtney.
Yeah, she's looking like, how do I get off? I'm like, I got you. Oh, she's already gone. Okay, cool. Rock on. Back to 8. 8 is enough. Let's do it again. Here's the story of a man named Brady who was breathing and then point to your, you know. No. All right.
Then that goat. Like
Who did we lose? Oh, there's that. Who do we? People are just dropping off. Okay, we lost Carino for a second. Oh, because I dropped some
In
people
and
off.
out.
I cut off their sound, and they're coming back in because they've got the
Yeah.
without that update on it. I know what it is. Yep, and here they come. Yeah, man. See, we know now.
That's what's up. What's up,
No,
Ashton?
man.
What's good, man?
Man, I wish there could be like 2 hot
Just sitting
ladies,
here.
one named Carino, one named like Heather, and they just jump on our. Oh, hey, ladies, what's up?
Oh, there they go.
Anyway, let's get the Ashton update. We need that Ashton update. Update. So tell us, man, how's your week been? What's been going on with you? Is he frozen? Just looking like a model?
Got a delay.
There he is.
be. Ashton, can you hear us? Can you hear us,
Ashton,
man?
Can you hear us, Ashton?
There you go.
I think he's having some issues. You know what? That's all right. We're going to keep rolling.
You know what? I did want to address kind of a couple of things that Ashton was saying in the chat. Are you with us now, Ashton? He's in and out.
He'll come on.
He was saying that as long as you don't tell them, they'll still let you drive in Ohio. And was saying again that he doesn't take medication. I went for a long time without telling anybody that, you know, I was having seizures. And again, like it, you know, I think everybody on the panel may know my story or not, but I have petite malls. And so I didn't feel like it was super dangerous for me to drive. But at the same time, when you go out, you know what I mean? And you're driving, I was guilty of, more times that I can count on my hand, where I went out and I was just kind of just cruising around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Still, like, it was weird because didn't have a destination in mind. Didn't know, like, you know, where I was going, who I was going with, or anything like that. But still knew the rules of the road. Stopping at red lights, stopping at sidelines, making right turns when I'm supposed to, making left turns when I'm supposed to. But the destination was gone. Didn't know where I was going. So in that sense, still dangerous and still, you know, should have told somebody. Finally, you know, after 3 or 4, you know, told my parents, and that's kind of when it opened up this whole ball of wax. But if you're back in, Ashton, let us know kind of what your experience was and how your week was too.
All right, he got hung up again. But he's coming back.
Up.
He'll coming back. He's never gonna. There he is. He's never gonna stop trying. That's why we love him. All right, and
no doubt.
I'm gonna wait till I see his camera pop. Heather, staying in the chat because my headset died. No worries. We love you and we miss you already. Let's go. Shout out to that awesome husband of yours. I gotta talk to him. I'm so late. I'm talking to everybody. Shout out Andrew Johnson as well. I owe you a stream, brother. We're gonna get that done. I'm excited. And I thought I said Andrew Andrew is the brother from Canada that we talked to that was on our stream last week.
Oh yeah, last week.
Yeah, remember Andrew?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah, the Canadian brother.
He told us it was what, like 13? What did he say? Like it was 4 Celsius up there or something like that.
Yeah, he was being all Canadian and stuff.
Yeah, that was mad.
Yeah, what is that Fahrenheit? That's cold, man. That sounds cold.
I'm saying I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
He was like, "Do you know how many liters of gas it would take to go the kilometers between you and me?" Eh?
No.
They don't even do gallons up there, right?
No, liters. Yeah, man.
It's liters. Yeah, it's liters.
So, can you imagine? So, fun times with that. So
that's cold. I don't understand how people can stay in a cold spot like that. Like I just can't do it. I'm too southern. You can call me country all you want, but I'd rather be down here where it's warm. I can't do it. I can't do that cold weather. I'm sorry. I just can't do it.
Not at home. Lisa, are you still on? I'm trying to figure out if it's frozen. Oh, yeah. I was just making sure you were still with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How are you doing? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm just tired, exhausted. But good, just from driving all day, you know?
Absolutely. So, yeah, no, and let's see here. Teresa in the chat, too. We love you, Teresa. We don't know where you went. If you want to come back in, you are more than welcome as well. So, yeah, so, guys, it's about to be summer. Any summer plans? Any summer thoughts? Any projects you got going on?
Yeah,
what you got going, Enrique?
I'm going outside as always. I love. This is my favorite time of the year. Late spring, summer. I'm planning on going outside, but I tell you this, down here in Mississippi, this is one thing that I've never understood with this weather. See, we have humidity down here that makes it hotter, feel hotter than what they say it is. So they have something called a real feel. Like it could be 95 degrees, but the real feel will be like 102. So if it really feels like 102, then why isn't it 102 degrees?
It's 102.
I don't get it. But I'm gonna be outside. So yeah, I'm waiting on it.
Yeah, you guys have that oppressive humidity out there though too. Where as soon as you walk outside, you're just drenched, right? Yeah.
Yep. Your shirt will stick to you. Yes, it will. I love it.
What about you, Lisa? What are you planning on for the summer?
Feel like I'm just gonna be. What am I doing this summer? You know what, Rudy? You're the one that asked that question, right?
Yeah.
I live very day to day. I am just trying to just live one day at a time right now, just present in the moment.
Love it.
So I was just thinking about that again. Like every time I try to even go there in my mind, I feel as though I'm getting out ahead of God. So I feel like when I just like walk with him and really choose to trust him, it pulls me more into a place of like Lisa, again, don't even think about what you have going on tomorrow. Don't think about in your mind that you have to do this, you have to do that. You got this person that needs you and that person that's expecting you, and you got to be here and there and meet this person and that person, and because that's what it is every day for me, Rudy.
So does it feel like almost a betrayal if you try to, like cement something for yourself and maybe for your mental health and something like that? Does it feel like a betrayal to you about what God's trying, like pushing you to do and
not sort of, but not really. Like I feel like if I'm not present in the moment, my nervous system is not regulated. And because I've lived with such a dysregulated nervous system my entire life, coming through the death of a child, and maybe Carino can relate to this to some degree, because she also lost her son to SUDEP, and her son was very similar in age to my son. I think, and her and I relate really well. Like when we're having conversations, it's like we're sitting down at a dining room table because we understand where each other's coming from. It's kind of a beautiful conversation, actually, Carino. I really appreciate my time with you when we're talking about just the cathartic side of being caregivers and, losing someone that you really, really love. And especially too, as moms, I think it's different for us because we actually birthed that child in, like out of our womb. I feel like because of that loss, it's really, really important to stay in a place where my nervous system is regulated, meaning that I'm in my parasympathetic nervous system, because if not, and I start to get too like out ahead of things, like I mean with plans, right? Not necessarily, because the mental health piece, Rudy, is the biggest mental health piece, I believe. This is just the Lisa Griggs, point of view here, is trying to get society into their parasympathetic nervous system, which is very, very difficult for all of us right now because we live in such a fast-paced society. It's like patience was a virtue that didn't enter the 90s, right? And it's like go, 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 do. What's next? Chasing the clock, chasing our tail. Everybody's in a rush. And I think when we just slow down and get present, that's probably a bigger piece of the mental health piece, if that kind of makes sense. Or are you tracking, Rudy? Like, do you understand where I'm going with that?
Most definitely.
Yeah. So I think for me, the mental health piece is just being present in the moment and enjoying the journey in the moment. So I don't really see it as a betrayal. It's more like it'd be a betrayal to my own well-being, right?
Yeah.
If I'm in my sympathetic nervous system, does that make sense? Because then I'm just anxious and crazy and bossy and, demanding.
Basically doing what the word says.
Mike could give you a list as long as the Dead Sea Scrolls because he's seen it. And it's funny because I said to Mike, I go, because Mike's kind of like a handler to me, and I said to Mike, Mike, I go, I'm going to make it real easy for you. I said, why don't I send you my Life 360? And then that way you can see my actual life, And then he probably, I don't know, Mike, maybe you could speak into that. Then he'd probably agree with the fact that it's good for Lisa just to be present in the moment and kind of go with the flow, like be in a flow state. No, I'd love to hear what Mike and Carino have to say on this,
I know for me, like life has been lifing in a different way since 16 months ago. And actually this was a conversation I was having with Another parent that has also lost a child, not to set up, but we lost our children like about the same time, in the same kind of week, in the same week that I lost Daniel. And like people come up to us and be like, you know what, like how do you do every day? Um, because it looks like we're fine, it looks like you're okay. And I was like, if you've never been in my shoes, you have no idea. Like through the outside, I look like I'm okay. Through the inside, I'm completely shattered and broken. And the version of me that they want to see no longer exists, because the version of me that
Yeah.
was left me the same the day that my son passed away. So not only am I grieving the loss of a child, I'm grieving the loss of myself, because I'm no longer the same person I used to be, right? And even my children, my other children, they're like, Mom, you used to be so different. Well, yeah, all of us used to be so different before Daniel passed away. Like now we have a different kind of mindset. I feel like now we don't take many moments for granted. Like the
Yeah.
moments that I have with my children and my grandchildren are so special and so
Yeah.
sacred to me, like, as their mom, as their grandma, because we're not going to get those moments back. So before, like, we didn't take, I mean, yes, we would take pictures, but they would blow it off like, oh, we'll take a picture tomorrow. But how do we know if we're going to have tomorrow? And so now that we live in a different mind space, all of us do, we do stand a couple more minutes just to take a picture. Like now we don't take those moments
Yeah.
for granted. And it's sad that something so tragic had to happen so that not only myself and my children, but our family as a whole, like, won't take those moments for granted.
Yeah.
And it is a different kind of mourning, because yes, I'm living, but the person I used to be is no longer here. So it's a whole new trying to get used to the idea of like, okay, I'm still here. I still have to live for them, and they still need me, no matter how old they are. Like I'm still mom, I'm still grandma, I'm still a wife, I'm still a daughter. And my dad actually was telling my husband yesterday, like, she's so different. Like she's so busy, because I'm always like I'm always going 100 miles an hour. If it's not with school, it's with foundation stuff or like ministry stuff or whatever I'm doing. My week is full Monday through Saturday sometimes. And
1 second, Harold.
so it's different, but we just have to learn how to get it together more, get it together, but try to also, like Lisa said, like live in the present and try our best to be present daily, because we won't get those moments back. And now we know that, right, after the loss that we've endured. So yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Y'all basically
Harold,
living.
Harold's
Y'all
about to
living
sign
like the
off
word
real
says.
fast. Want to give Harold a quick second to sign off. He just wanted to say good night. God bless us. Harold, are you there? Did you go ahead and sign off? I think you already went ahead and signed off. We love it. All right, keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Sorry about
All
that.
right,
Please
Harold.
continue on, Enrique. I apologize.
Oh no, you good, man. I was basically just stating the fact that they basically living what the word said about worry about the troubles of today, because tomorrow has its own troubles. So they
Yeah.
basically are living in the day, because the day has enough troubles. So you don't go past it. You live like what they said in the present, because the next day has its own troubles. So I definitely can understand that, and y'all always have my respect, because you had a child, and unfortunately, the child is not there. But hey, he's transitioned to a better place. They've transitioned to a better place.
Amen. Praise God. Yes, he
Yes,
has.
I mean, and that's never easy. It's not like you get over it. You just learn how to cope. I mean, I lost my mother, and although she didn't have seizures, it was always me and my mom. dealing with everything because I was the one growing up having the seizures and whatnot. My mother was always right there, you know, and I literally heard my mom cry, and my mom was a short lady, 5 boys. So my mom was like the head coach. It wasn't none of that weakness and whatnot. So to hear my mother cry after me having a seizure, you know, that broke my heart to hear because my mother didn't cry. My mother was what they would call a bully. She's the oldest of all her siblings, so she been babysitting and taking care of kids since she was 8. So to have 5 boys, you know, they from what they say something down here about you need to be scared of short women
That's me.
because yes, you need to be
I'm
scared
pouring
of
love in.
short women. Yeah, short women.
That's relative, Karina. What's short, Enrique?
Yes, see, the
What's
Anything
short?
under
What's
5
considered
foot.
short?
yes, because my mother was barely 5 feet. She may have been 5'1", 5'2", and her
I
head
must
was
be
like a brick.
tall.
Yes,
I must be
Lord
tall.
knows I miss my mother every day. You know, I miss her because you know she was always there. So you know, and I had to learn how to cope and get along with my life without my mom. My mother was my rock. My mother was my road dog. You know, she was the one who was there with me while I was going through this. And you know, I heard her cry one time, and it broke my heart because you know, yes, I would be thinking about me, but me as an epileptic, I never wanted my family to see me go through that. So to see it from y'all endpoint, watching your child or your loved one going through that, you know, I've had a brother who used to have them, but I was a kid when he was having them. He stopped having them, and then I started having them. So to be from the outside looking in, you know, I can only imagine like what y'all go through because I've been told that like with me having seizures, that's like the longest time for them watching because they don't know if I'm gonna come back to and things like that. I can only imagine what it is that y'all went through, and y'all have my heart. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you know y'all unfortunately lost a child, but at the same time, I think that y'all child isn't lost because if y'all pay attention to what y'all doing now, Karina, you wrote a book. Lisa, you wrote a book. Y'all are literally out there doing the duty to spread the word. So it was basically like your child wasn't lost. Your child ascended, so y'all can go on with the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can go on with spreading the word because you know it doesn't get out there like it should. And unless you know, you don't really know. But the fact that y'all actually know
And to
about
be
it,
honest, I felt lonely and I felt lost when Daniel was going through this. Like it was just us, and nobody knew how to help me. Nobody knew how to guide me or where I should go. It wasn't until I had to like stand strong and stand firm at the hospital. Like I'm not leaving here without medication. I'm not leaving here without appointments. Like somebody needs to help me, and I'm not going to leave until somebody says something. So we stayed there at the hospital for hours until finally a doctor walked in and he was like, "Ma'am, I'm here to help you. And I'm not going to let you leave until you leave with a neurology appointment." And I was like, thank you, God. Finally, somebody heard me. Finally, like me being like loud. I mean, I wasn't being disrespectful. I was just wanting to be heard.
right on, you was right on point.
And standing strong for him
Yeah.
because he wasn't able to like talk for himself. He was like, you know, after a seizure, you can sleep for hours and nobody's gonna hear you. They just kind of would pass by the door and nobody would even come in to check on him. And I was like, look, how long am I gonna be here with him? Like somebody needs to do something, and if you're not, then let me know so that I can do something. So that is I feel like that is my duty now as a mom that has lost a child to this. Like my heart breaks every time I hear of another person lost, of another child lost. It doesn't even matter if it's a child or an adult. It doesn't matter. It's still a loss to the world.
Yeah.
And we have a voice. They no longer have a voice, but they still have a mama that has a voice. And that is, I feel like that is my mission, and that is that has now become my passion, to be
Amen.
able to stand up not only for Daniel, but for all of the mamas that are scared to give their opinion and are scared to stand strong for their own children. I've gone to the neurology office where Daniel was seen. It's full of people, and it's one doctor for like the 60 people that are sitting there, and they just kind of wait and wait, and they may not even get answers that day. But now that I can be in a room, and when I walk in, people are like, oh, what is, what, she's here for something. Like, I need to know what she wants to say, or I need to know how to help her say it louder. So I'm excited to be able to be in the room where now I'm not only seen, but I'm heard. And as a Hispanic woman, that brings me pride, because not very many of us are willing to stand up and do that for not only our children, but like for our own community. And there's a lot of people in my community that need help. So I'm just living Daniel's mission. I'm just trying to be the person to have compassion, have empathy, feed them, clothe them, and while I'm doing that, educate the people about epilepsy so that they know, because it's something that they don't talk about. So we are now trying to get into his school campus so that people can be educated about epilepsy. And it's going to become a movement. I can see it. I know that it's going to be that, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Yes, I know my son is no longer here, but there's so many students at that campus that may not know if they're epileptic or not. Like, it doesn't, you don't have to be born with it to have it. Like, it could happen at any time. So
Question.
the more that we're able to educate, the more that people will know what to do if something happens. So I'm really happy to be a part of that.
Yeah, and
Amen.
Karina, we've been able to talk to people literally around the world, and something that we haven't asked you, and then maybe Rudy, but can jump in on this too. How is what is epilepsy treated like in the Latino community? Like, is it you know what I mean? Is it considered? Do you feel like it's maybe considered different than the mainstream community at large, or is it the same? You feel like it's lacking in education, more care, maybe? What's going on with that? Would you say?
I'll let Carino take that one first, and then I can pipe in.
Your turn. Let's
there she
go.
goes. My turn. I've seen it a little bit in kind of the kind of Latino community, but it hasn't been real prevalent. I am maybe one of maybe 3 people, just kind of in my circle of extended Hispanic family, that has experienced it. And so for me, it's a rare thing, and I don't know firsthand how it's treated. I know my folks were just like thrown for a loop, and they're just like, okay, what do we do now? But I don't know. Carino, did you have a different experience? Do you see this more prevalent or less prevalent, or any like in the Latino community? I don't know.
I know, like here where I live, in my circle, there is more people that are epileptic, or like maybe about 5 or 6 of my close circle friends, they either have somebody in their family that is epileptic. I know for us, Daniel was the only person. I'm not sure. I think his dad used to have seizures like when he was younger, but like it kind of went away. But for
Mm,
Daniel, it didn't. For Daniel, as he got older, they got worse.
yeah.
And that's why when he was younger, like because he started having seizures when he was 3. um
Hmm.
they kind of didn't want to give him any medication because the doctors, the neurologists were like, "Oh, it'll go away." But
He'll
it's like,
grow out of it. Yeah.
what am I supposed to do in the meantime when he's like having seizures every other day? And I didn't know what to do. Like nobody told me this is what you do. So that's what I'm saying. Like I felt so alone in the moment of my son is like 3 or 4 years old, and we're in the hospital for like a week because they're trying to figure out what's going on, but nobody ever like came and said, "We're gonna help you." So I feel like it's my duty to be that mom, to be that person, to be like, "Look, listen, you're not alone. We're gonna walk this journey with you, and we're here to help you because nobody helped me. Like I learned because of Lisa. Like I love her. Like she is the person that helped me understand what the heck happened to my son, because I was feeling so crazy and so alone, and he was feeling crazy and he wanted to be normal. Like I mean, and now we're here. Like, so the more that I feel like the more that I speak about it, more people are
Mm-hmm.
willing to be like, oh, you know what? I know
Mm-hmm.
somebody that has epilepsy, but this is what they
That's
do, or
key.
this is what they. But I feel like the more and more that we talk about it, the more people are going to know and be conscious about it and
Amen.
know what to
There
do.
you go.
Do
So
you feel like
Amen.
do you feel like the more that you talk about it and the more that you like you share the story, the more that people kind of come out of the quote unquote closet about it?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And the more that people
Absolutely.
are less fearful, because
There you
it's
go.
like epilepsy is like people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you
Like
don't
it's
want to
Yeah,
talk
non
about it.
like it's
Yeah.
non-existent. Well, you know what? It does exist.
Well, people
it
Because
think
I
does.
about
mean,
it as a weakness, you know?
yeah, and it's not something that we should just be like about. Like, no, people need to know like this is real and it does affect people every single day. And it's okay to have it. Like, it shouldn't be something that you don't talk about because you're afraid to not be able to get a job, or you're afraid to not be able to do this or do that. Like, it should not be something that we hide, because nonetheless all of you are living with it and all of you are doing well, and there's days that are harder than others, but you
Yeah.
still get through the day, and that was Daniel was like, "Mom, I have this diagnosis, but I'm not going to let it stop me from living what my dreams are." And
There
every
you go.
single
Right there.
thing he set his mind to, every single thing he accomplished. Like, he wanted to drive, so he drove. He wanted to have a job. Well, he had a job and he went to college and he completed college. Like, he was able to live his life in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of weeks before he passed away, he was already like thinking about, big, 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 like big adult life. And he was talking to me about buying an engagement ring, and he was talking to me about, all the stuff that people want to do.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
all I could say was,
Mm-hmm.
"Boy, I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just
Do
going to
it.
say, let the Lord lead you and pray about it." But
Amen.
did he accomplish his dreams? Yes, he did. And that is what
Mm-hmm.
the book that I wrote is about, because it's for children to know that regardless of the diagnosis that you are given, don't let that stop you from being able to accomplish what you're set on yourself and in your heart. Because there's a lot of people out there that, because they get a diagnosis, they like slam the door and they're like, "You know what? I'm not leaving my room. I'm not going to go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. I'm not going to do anything."
Yeah,
And
they slam on the brakes of life.
and they
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
they put a guard up and they put a wall up to
Well,
to
and
feel like they're being protected,
I think,
you know?
well, yeah, and we forget a lot of times life is hard, period, the end. Regardless, even
Exactly.
if
Yes.
you are born good looking with parents that love you and money in the bank, you are still going to have a fair share of heartbreaks, sicknesses,
Exactly.
mishaps, tragedies,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So
most of everybody on this panel was not born with all of that. Mostly none of it. You know, like my favorite saying, I started out with nothing and I still got most of it left. So,
Yeah.
But
I mean,
oh, that was funny, Lisa. That was funny.
It was.
She's asleep.
Still got nothing left. I like that. I like
Lisa,
that. I mean,
Lisa is asleep. I think Lisa is straight up asleep. Are you
I
asleep?
am.
Lisa?
I was falling asleep. Did you see me? I turned this way, but no, I'm still here. I'm still present.
How about we
well,
let
Lisa,
you go?
honey, if you need to get up, we can let you get off now.
We got like a bunch of people. It's
I
funny.
got,
It always
I
starts out with a ton of women and it ends with like dudes and like
With all
everybody.
I have about
That's
a million questions to ask you, Lisa, and I know that tonight's not the night, and you got to rack out.
One, give her one. Give her one of them right now. Let's go.
Okay, one.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to do rapid fire questions tonight. And we did not do them, Michael. But go ahead, Rudy.
We still got 30 minutes left. We still can.
I'm excited that Rudy has a million questions for me because I have a feeling he's a very wise man, and the Bible says that, you know, when you hang out with wise people, you become wise. So here we are.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do.
So,
I'm just
let's
trying
go.
to become
Ashton,
wiser.
you're in good company.
What?
You're in the right place, young man. Go ahead.
You're in a good place,
Rudy.
Ashton.
One of my biggest ones,
Wow.
and because you are so versed in this and you see so many cases and so many people, what do you see as far as, and I might have missed this, you know, the panel has maybe talked about this before and I might have missed it, but what do you see as far as correlation with hereditary?
It's a really good question.
Because I'm so glad that, like, because I've always felt like Karina was saying, like, I've always felt like it was a bad point in me. It was a weakness in me that I was having these seizures, but I couldn't do anything about it, right? And so it always felt like something that I just could not control, and it always felt like this just weakness void in me. And I did not want to pass that down to my children, and I waited to have children for so long because of that, and I really had a big hang up over it. And now, you know, I had my children. They're both on the spectrum. One's a little more than the other, but I can deal with that. That's easy compared to you know, epilepsy. But what do you see? Like, what do you see a percentage? Do you see a correlation? Do you see something like that? Because mine happened over a TBI. It wasn't a natural thing that happened. You know, I had a TBI, and that's what caused the chemical imbalance that caused my seizures and my form of epilepsy. So it wasn't natural. But what do you see as far as like having that passed down?
You know, in my family, it's not. My son Judah had a lot of head injuries as a young person. He was very curious as a young child, and he was fearless. So, you know, he would be climbing up the side of things and fall down, and the next thing you know, he'd have staples in his head. And then, you know, I think he had staples in his head 3 different times, you know, had a mirror fall on him, this is just all stuff, you know, just being a curious young boy.
Yeah, I'm finna say just a boy, huh?
I used to tease and say, like, you know, oh, don't worry about it, because people would be freaking out. He'd be like, I'd come home and he'd be up on the roof. You know, I remember one time when a psychiatrist came out to meet him, and I think Karina can relate to this with her son too, because our sons were very similar in this way. I mean, the first time the psychiatrist met Judah when he's like 5 years old, you know, he's got the chair stacked on the table, another chair stacked on that chair, and he's sitting on both chairs on top of the table. It was like, oh, don't worry, everybody. You know, his father's a stunt man. You know, I tried to make up stuff, you know, because I always thought Judah was like, it was so interesting. It was like this boy was somehow born 3,000 years old, but yet stuck in a child's body. It was the most bizarre thing I ever, his music ability from such a young age. And I think also too, when you see children that are on the spectrum, right, this neurological thing that's going on in the brain, from what I know now, I would not guess that it's hereditary. Okay, now I could get a tremendous amount of pushback right now on that. Okay, and I'm open to it. And I know Mike is too. I mean, this show is transparent, raw, real, unfiltered, unscripted. We do that all the time, and we think it should be that way. But I don't think it is. I think a lot of epilepsy comes from head injuries. I would imagine that most of it's from that. I think that because there's so many different types of seizures. I mean, there's 40 different types of seizures, but yet 60 different types of seizures. Like, in other words, there's so many different types of seizures, right? Because the brain is so complicated. Yeah. And if there's anything that I know about the brain, it is literally, and Mike, you and I, like when we talked about us being light particles today, this can get into some very, very deep stuff if you start to study quantum physics and other realities and different things like that. You start to realize that the brain is an electrical circuit. So when I talk to a lot of parents, from what I've put together from the stories, well, my neurologist told me this is what happened to my child, or this is how they explained it. Then we take Karina's story. Then we take my story and what I was told, or Heather's story, or, Aaron's story, or Jamie Smith's story. And we start to take all these stories and put them together. It's like we realize that the brain is an electrical circuit board of some sort. It's not, it's weird. It's like this is why it's so important to talk about faith in the epilepsy community, because there's an old man, right? And then there's the new man that's born, right? That's what it means to be born again. Your spirit is being renewed, which means you're becoming a new man. You're becoming a new man, a new creation in Christ Jesus. A new consciousness is being expanded. Some people will say Christ consciousness. That's, I don't care if somebody wants to say it's a new age term. It doesn't matter to me. Your consciousness is being expanded when you are born again, because your new man is being created, and you are not in the old man anymore. So the brain is this electrical circuit is what I'm gathering, and then these light particles that we are made of, which Mike could speak into, I think is two different things. It's like our spirit. I don't know. They're two separate things, and I think I just can't get away from the fact that the brain is this circuit board. And I know Heather's on here, and I remember Heather, her neurologist. Heather, maybe you could speak to Rudy about what your daughter's neurologist, because Heather lost her daughter to SUDEP not too long ago, actually. I think 8 weeks ago, not even that long ago.
12 weeks.
12 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, goodness. This is very recent. So Heather, maybe you could explain it, because that's what really got me thinking, like, wow, this really is a circuit board. The brain is really a circuit board. And there was one other parent I want to mention that I talked to. I haven't interviewed her yet, but Mike, we're going to have an interview with her in a couple weeks. Her name is Katie, and her son's name is Drew. We're going to tell his story on the show, but this is very interesting, Rudy. When he passed away, he was not living with his mom. He actually was a Marine. He was diagnosed with testicle cancer, a very fast, moving cancer. And he was supposed to die of cancer. But what happened was he actually got healed of his cancer. His mom they were fighting the cancer, but he had epilepsy. And it just gives me chills all over my body just telling the story. And what happened was he got healed of the cancer. He was 6 weeks cancer free, and he was 27. He was a Marine, and his mom wanted him to live at home, but he didn't want to live at home. He was 27. He wanted to live on his own. So his mom didn't like it. They had a dark humor with each other where she would call him up and she'd be like, "Are you alive today?" You know, because that was the way that they kind of got through just the battle. And so she can't get in touch with him for 4 days. And she says to her son, she says, "Son, on your way home, stop by Drew's and just go check on him." And she said, "Lisa, that was the worst mistake I ever made." She said, "I should have never had my son do that." Now, granted, this is how she's processing it, right? And I can't wait for her to tell her story the way she tells it. But she said that and this is what was interesting to me, and I keep going back to it. She said that when her son passed away, he was in rigor mortis, but clenched fists. So, in other words, he had a grand mal. Like, my son did not have a grand mal, and Heather's daughter didn't either. It was totally different than that. But they said that he was clenched fists, full grand mal, and was like that for 4 days. To me, that further proves that the brain is an electrical circuit. And then if you're in grand mal, if you have a grand mal and you're clenched and you don't even, your body doesn't even release that. To me, that is another indication that the brain is this electrical circuit. And when it shuts down, it shuts down. And when you have a seizure, when you have a seizure and then you come back online, that's why when we say as parents or caregivers, when we watch you have a seizure, it's the longest 30 seconds of our life. Like, we understand what 30 seconds is when you're having a seizure, because we're like, oh my gosh, are you going to come out of it, right? Because the brain is shutting down and then it's got to come back online again. It's like rebooting like a computer, which really makes sense. So maybe, Heather, you could say what the neurologist said about your daughter, because I think it's equally as interesting, because the way he makes it sound, again, is like this electrical circuit. Yeah.
I know you got stuff going on, so thank you so much for coming back.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. When I heard the question, I was like, oh yeah, I need to hop on.
Thank you, Heather.
I appreciate it, Heather. I really appreciate it. It's something that's I've wondered for a long time.
Yeah. So Michaela had her diagnosis started out as juvenile myoclonic epilepsy when she was 12. Now I'll tell you the story. But in order to understand the hereditary part of that, you have to understand that when I met her father, he was having seizures, but he was misdiagnosed, and they said his seizures were because of low blood sugars, because he was also type 1 diabetic.
Okay.
So he was 25. We were married for like 4 years when he was diagnosed with epilepsy, and all of our children were already in this earth. So we didn't know that it was hereditary at that point in time. We'd already had children. So then when Michaela was diagnosed at 12, we were told, this is hereditary. It is genetic, the type of seizures that she had. So she started out with absence seizures and myoclonic jerks. And then on January 20th, 2011, she had her first grand mal seizure, or tonic-clonic seizure. And that's actually what took her out, was a tonic-clonic seizure. She did pass away from having a seizure. So where I can completely understand that story that you were just telling, Lisa, because when I found Michaela deceased on my couch, she was contorted. She was in rigor. She had been dead for 6 hours. Her hands were contorted like this. Her mouth was contorted, like displaced. Her jaw was displaced. Her legs were, her whole body was contorted. It is like she stopped. Her body stopped mid-seizure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And so when we talked to the doctor, thank God, I questioned whether or not getting the RNS or the reactive neurostimulation device in her brain was the right decision, because things didn't get better after that. They got actually worse. But
we didn't get to make it to that appointment. Like Daniel's appointment for that specific whatever it's called. That appointment was 2 weeks after he passed away.
Yeah. We didn't make it to the genetic testing. Her appointment was 2 weeks away for her genetic testing. We were trying to find out what gene was mutated so that we could determine what course of action to take next, because she's at the limit of the medications, and she's got 2 devices. She had a VNS and an RNS and all of that. So, but one thing that I'm grateful for with the RNS was it was like a constant EEG on her brain. So when she went into that seizure that morning, they were able to tell us what time her seizure started, how long her seizure lasted. And from the moment that her seizure stopped until her brain activity ceased was exactly 6 minutes. From the end of the seizure to the ceased brain activity. But she never regained consciousness. She never had another conscious moment after her seizure. And the doctor said when he looked at the EEG later that day, he said, because when the coroner came, I went ahead and scanned her head and sent the data into the neurologist so that they could see it. That would save us the time of having to have an autopsy done, because it was, very legitimately what happened. So when he called me later that day, he said, Heather, I'm so sorry. He said, I've never seen anything like it. It was like fireworks. If you could imagine being on the inside of her brain, and these are his words, not mine, but he said, if you could imagine being on the inside of her brain, it was just like fireworks going off all over her brain at the same exact time. He said he'd never seen anything like it before, and he's been in neurology for 20 plus years.
Can I ask what caused, like, not what clearly epilepsy, but I mean, like, when he said he saw fireworks right on the chart or whatever he was looking at, was that electrical impulses? Was that brain tissue? Do we know what?
It was the electrical impulses. It was
electricity.
I think what he was trying to get across to me without saying so in such a crass way was it literally fried her brain.
Wow.
I have a question for all of you that are epileptic. When you are going through a seizure, because I remember something that Heather said just like triggered my memory. And he says, Mom, like I feel like it's fireworks. Like I feel that. So like, is that what you are feeling? Because I've never experienced a seizure, so I don't even know. I mean, I've seen it, but I've never experienced it myself. And he knew when he was going to get a seizure, like, because he would tell me, like, Mom, like, it's going to happen. So I would prepare myself, right? But, like, when you guys are going through it, however long it lasts, like, do you feel like that? Like, is that, like, the experience that you're feeling?
You want to start with Enrique? Who do you want to start with?
Yeah,
whoever.
I'm across the board. Let's start with Enrique. Yeah.
Well, I know it sounds strange, but I've actually been there while having a seizure. Like I've literally had seizures where I can literally see myself having it. Like I can literally be looking at something, my eyes can be rolled back, but I can be conscious and would literally feel my body shaking and things like that. And I also get like those, like they call those auras. They like warning signals.
Yeah.
And like mine is a sonic high pitched sound. And I can literally feel myself going into it. Like I used to be able to fight them off because it's been a lot of times where I fought through the seizure to where I was still conscious going through it and it didn't really do me as bad. But then there were times where like I just go straight into it, and then the next thing you know, I'm waking up. So sometimes, I mean, I do be there. I know, like, if I have a aura, then I know I'm about to have one. In terms of like how I feel, I wouldn't necessarily say I feel like my brain is being fried, but I know that I'm in
It is
it.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that it's happening. I know it's going on. Like I can literally tell when it's going on at times. And of course, I definitely know that it didn't happen when I done came back too, because I feel like I'd been hit by Optimus Prime
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
be worn
By a
out,
Mack
like
truck.
tired.
Yeah.
Also, be careful, Carino, because you asked a bunch of epileptics about our seizures, and that's like asking an old combat vet about his
I
military
know, but
service.
I'm so
We will
sorry,
talk
but
all night. We got all
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want.
You gotta
We got
get, you gotta
look,
get
I,
all
I'm
the
here. I'm here to
stories.
learn.
We
So
better
maybe we need to
ones.
do this on another episode. But
You better get
No,
a
no,
No,
pen
no,
and
you
start
good.
writing
You
it down.
good. You're good.
we thank you. We thank you. Teresa says same with that.
Yeah.
I will say for me, man. Okay, so when I've had them and been like awake and then it happened, like the
mhm.
last time that happened, I felt like I was sinking, like I couldn't function through a thing, like I was fighting and then like and I remember feeling like I was shutting, like I was powering down and I couldn't stop it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I woke up and that was like one of my most brutal. Most of the time for me, that happened when I'm asleep because kind of like Enrique, I can fight them off. I can breathe through them. A lot of time, not all the time, but I do feel like I've been able to minimize the damage as well. When I feel the halos or I feel seizure-y, as I say, you do the deep breathing and the meditation, and you try to calm your mind and just go to a
Yeah.
really quiet, calm place. If you're, God forbid, if you're in a car, ask the people to pull over, blast the AC. If you're at home, try to be cool, lay down,
Yeah. Yeah.
and try to breathe through it. And a lot of times at that point, I've had them where it's been, really quick ones. You know what I mean? Very small, quick, where it's like, oh, I'm back. Oh, I think I just had a seizure. One of them,
Yeah.
I was talking to my wife on the phone. I was working in Dallas and living in Sherman, and I hadn't had one in almost a year, over a year. And I had to pull over because I felt one coming on. I called her. I was like, hey, I pulled over. I think I may be having a seizure. Hang in there with me. And I was like, am I back? She's like, yeah. She was like, that was only like 10, 15 seconds. And I was like, yeah, I went out and now I'm back, So
Okay.
it depends on the seizure. Something Lisa said earlier that makes sense. It's interesting is there are so many different kinds. Like I know Enrique and me would probably both tell you that we definitely go through different kinds of seizures. Like there
And
are
the
different experiences for it.
yeah, and the problem with that is like we really never got like an actual like what kind of seizures he was having. Like I know he was having the grand mal seizures, like I know that one for sure, but I do believe that he was having multiple like different ones. I'm just not sure what they're called. But as I've heard you guys like describe them, I'm like, oh, Daniel had those before, like and so it's just been very difficult to try to like pinpoint exactly where or what they were, because I don't know. Like he started having them like I said when he was 3, but nobody would help us. Like nobody would explain to me what the heck was going on. Like I said, until I had to like put my foot down and like fight with the doctors, and it's like we shouldn't have to go through all of this to try to help our children. So I appreciate that you are willing to like educate me through it, because like as I was hearing Heather speak, like I remember like they told me when they found Daniel, he was in the fetal position, right? But when I saw him at the hospital, like he was laying on the gurney or whatever, the stretcher. But and he looked at peace. Like he didn't look like he was like he had gone through like anything very, very strong. But he looked like at peace. He just looked like he was asleep, and it was like I know it's kind of morbid to say, but like he looked so beautiful, and he looked so like just like like he was asleep. Like I felt like I very at peace, and like I knew that it was gonna be hard for me to like move forward, and it has been, but it was just a different, I guess, a different seizure. He wasn't home with me when it happened. He was at his dad's house. So that in itself is a whole other traumatic experience, right? Um, but it's just been really hard. So thank you guys for sharing and for helping
Thank
me
you.
through this, because I'm learning from all of you. So thank you.
Can we get Ashton, Mr. Talkie?
Yes.
Ashton, I know you had a couple seizures this week. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And were they grand mal? What kind of seizures did you have?
Well, so like realistically, those ones, yes, those ones were, but then I do catch myself, like, and I make sure that like I don't, tell my mom or my brothers at all, because I don't like to stress them out about it.
Yeah.
And so now, like it's more of like I guess like I'll catch myself having it, but like not like the ones I have when I'm awake. Usually it's like I'll just be like thinking and thinking, and then I can't get my brain to stop thinking, and then it goes 1,000 miles an hour, and then like everything will just go black, like completely black, and then I don't know what to do, and then I'm just like, what the heck, and then I don't remember. But the ones usually the grandma ones are while I'm sleeping. Those were the big ones that I had this week. And so honestly, I don't know. I don't feel them. Like if I get up and try to go to the bathroom, like I'll be walking, like I'll just be like walking like this normal, and then my arm will go like this and pull me like in a circle, and I'm like, oh God, no. And then I can feel myself hit the ground and start having it, and like, but then I don't really feel the rest of it. So like the thing is too, like now I am like I moved like back home like probably a year ago, and now I'm in the basement, so like nobody can like hear it, like when it happens. And so I kind of like try to, I don't know, it's not like, and the one thing I always do wonder, and it's like I don't mean this in any type, like, and I know this is definitely a sensitive topic, and I don't mean it like I'm suicidal by any means, but the one thing I always think about is, so 1 in 1,000 people that are controlled have died from it, and 1 in like 125 to 150 when it's uncontrolled, right? So what goes through my head is like, before I go to sleep, I'm just thinking to myself, like, is today gonna be the day? And then I'm like, wait a minute, if it is, then why can't it just happen already? Like, why am I gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's like at the same time, it's like, if it's not gonna happen, then don't let it happen. But like, if it is gonna be me, then I just want it to happen now, and just so I don't have to deal with it anymore. And it's mainly because it's like, after a while, it gets like to the point of so mentally draining where it's like you just don't care anymore. So you'll be like for me, it's like, if I have it, I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then I have another one, I'm like, that sucks. And then eventually I just don't care, because it's like there's nothing you can do. And so, yeah, it's more of, I personally don't feel them, but I do definitely feel that. So I'm not like I said, not suicidal, but if it's going to happen, I just want it to happen already.
But you know why it's not happening, right? Is because you
Yeah.
have a mission. Because you have a mission. Because there are dudes out there that need you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are so many dudes you haven't
Most
met yet
definitely.
that are going to be inspired by you, bro. Like, that's the whole freaking
Yeah.
point of this. What's the point, right?
Oh,
What's
I
the point of
can't-
doing this if we can't help others? Of course.
Exactly.
Sorry.
See, you basically got that don't be a victim mentality. You're gonna live regardless. Because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But hey, while you living, you gonna live. I mean, because we have to look at it from a broader standpoint, and I think that'll help. If we look at it from a broader standpoint, we all gonna leave. We all gonna go. We all gonna go. is we come here in this world with the ending before the beginning. So we come into the flesh knowing that we gonna leave this world. Hey, whatever way we might not know, but we're gonna go. But as we are here living, we gotta live.
Yeah,
So
no, and
that's why.
the other thing I always think is like you said, sometimes you like Reek said, sometimes you know when it's gonna happen because of those auras. So like for me, like I'll get like the night before, I'll get really angry.
I think we lost him. Rudy, can you speak to while I work on getting him back? Can you talk to us a little bit about that? About
Yeah,
your
Ruby,
experience?
tell us about yours, man.
Yeah, I to go, to go back to the the initial question, I don't get fireworks. I get a hard, almost unswallowable shot of anxiety.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just a boom and the shot, and then I'm like, and I know, when I get that, I'm like, whoever I'm with, I'm like, I'm going out.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And it may be 15 seconds, it may be 5 minutes, it may be, I don't think I've had anything over maybe 15, 30 minutes, something like that. But I'm gone. So it's just kind of like you just have to kind of, figure out what happened while I was gone, like when I come back. And if there's somebody with me, great, they can fill me in. If there's nobody with me, then I'm just kind of like, I try to get into a comfortable, safe place to where I'm just like, okay, I'm here. I'm not driving, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to work or anything like that. But yeah, it's not fireworks with me. It's just a huge spike of anxiety, and then I know that it's go time, and you never know how long it's going to last. It might, um but I think that like the struggle is just kind of like the apologetic thing, around people that don't know this about you, or or even your caretakers, the people that are around you, is like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, you know what I mean? And they know, they know, obviously it wasn't intentional, but at the same time, I always kind of feel like I have to apologize after. But then again, I think it's just kind of knowing your triggers, and the more that you can control your triggers, I think that directly correlates, with me at least, of how often I'm going to have them and how severe they are going to be.
No doubt, because that you actually spoke a good point, man. Because if you can control your triggers, you can actually lessen the amount of chances that you can actually have one.
Yeah.
Because like if you can control the stress, because I know stress is a trigger for a lot of people, including myself.
Huge.
If you can control the stress, the anxiety, the anger, anything, like whatever it may be, if you can control it, you can get a grip up on it. That's why it's always good to know about what your triggers are. And whenever you get into a situation where your trigger might get triggered, you can figure out what it is to where you can release yourself from that. Because you never want to put yourself in a situation that could cause you a seizure, especially when you know that this particular situation can cause you to have one.
That's why I'm single, bro. That's why I'm single. That's why I'm single.
Hey, you
Man,
got
these
a good
women,
one, right?
these
Man,
women
you
are
guys are
fucking
some good
killing me,
sense,
bro.
And I wanted to drop some good sense. I don't know if Carino's still in. I know Lisa's watching right now while she's taking. But I saw this once again. Great author Brett Murphy. And as we come around, I'm wearing my cowboy hat. And
I'm gonna say you got the cowboy hat on.
I did this on purpose tonight. I planned the whole thing. I planned the whole run, but we got so busy we didn't get to it. But I figure, I'm not letting the end of the night happen. But anyway, trying to get it bigger. There it is. All right. The cowboy way here. Let's see if I can just no, sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna get it readable. Give me a second. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And it says cowboy words of wisdom 1. Never kick a fresh turd on a hot day. Let's go.
Wow.
Number 2, always drink upstream from the herd.
Upstream from the herd. Okay.
You don't want to be drinking downstream from the herd.
There you go. You want
another one.
Gotcha.
I like this one too. This is a good one to keep in mind. Never drop your gun to hug a grizzly bear. Another good one. The quickest way to double your money is to fold it in half and put it right back in your pocket.
There you go. Okay.
No shit.
That's smart.
That's
smart.
That's for sure.
I got that one. Okay.
And let's see here. I like this one too. Never miss a good chance to shut up. That's a good one. I like that one.
We should all take a page out of that book.
Yeah.
I know that's probably the one I could learn the best. Let's see here. Trust everyone, but always cut the cards. I like that one. That's good advice there too. And number 2, I thought the ladies would like this. I'm bringing Lisa back on for this one real fast. Hey, Lisa, thought you'd appreciate this.
I'm here.
This is one of the last ones. There are two theories to arguing with a woman. Neither one of them work. All right. How do you like that?
Yeah.
All right.
How many on here think Mike and I argue?
Never. We get along great. So anyway.
Yeah, we do.
And it's I'm just always calling her going.
Congratulations. Well done.
So anyway, people see what we do and they're like
amazing.
And then they're like
incredible.
And then they're like
outstanding.
But then they're like
amazing.
You know what I mean? Anyway. The last 2 are don't be all hat and no cattle. And finally, never squat while wearing spurs. All right, that's good cattle spit. That's good cowboy spit for it. Right.
Love you guys.
Love you.
All right, Lisa. Love you.
Love you guys.
I gotta get back to homework, so I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Y'all.
Good night,
Thank y'all
y'all.
for coming on tonight.
Sleep well, yeah.
All right. Ladies, always leaving the party. They don't want to stick around. They know what happened.
Even like this.
Ain't nobody trying to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
pregnant podcast. It's a jokester.
I love being able to hear this from y'all's perspective. Mad respect for being vulnerable and sharing your perspective. And you too, Heather. Oh my gosh, you're such a rock star.
Oh, Heather, we love you, honey.
All right, guys, we're going on 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let everybody close out. If they want, if you guys want to keep rolling, I might step away. What do you guys think?
I got to step away myself. Yeah.
What's your show, dog? So if you say we call it, we call it.
This was actually invigorating tonight, man. We had 9 people to come on tonight. That's I would say we broke a world record, but we broke the record of the group, man, because we ain't never had 9 people on at one time, man. This is what, This is
you know what? You're right. we might hold the Guinness World Book of Records for having the most people on an epilepsy-based podcast ever
There you
in
go.
history.
Right there.
1,000%, bro.
There you go.
1,000%.
Right there. Right there. That's how you do
You
it
know
right
what?
there.
You know what, too, boys. I ever since Mike invited me on, it has grown every week.
Yeah.
It has grown and has grown and has grown and has grown, and I love it, man. I'm so privileged and thankful to you boys for letting me be a part of it.
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt.
It's a beautiful thing, and keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, dude. Sky's the limit, baby.
Man,
Absolutely.
What is you saying, man? It got
I'm
it got
telling
that
you, bro.
divinity up on it, man. It got that divinity up on it, man. It's
Yep.
ordained. It's ordained. So it ain't gonna do nothing but spread. We just spreading the good news, man, and creating like what we always do, man. Just try to create a safe space for people like us to come in, chat, and just live life. I mean, that's basically what we do. I mean, we want other people to come in. This is not just for us. This is for you. This is for anybody, everybody. Whether you're a caretaker or whether you might be epileptic, hey, the space is open for everybody to come in. It's open, man. It's open. This is beautiful. This was a beautiful night tonight.
Heck yeah. I want to thank everybody that came in. We are the last of the Mohicans. I love it. You know what I mean? Honestly, if I had to go to battle, I'd prefer you two gentlemen. I'd want you well armed.
Doubt,
you know
man.
what I mean? Yeah.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Both. Guys, make sure you tune in to Rudy's show. Tell us about your show, Rudy.
The show, we do good things. We talk about a lot of stuff. You know, we're real. We're talking about real life. We're talking about God, how God works in our lives too. It's Wolves and Wise Men Reignited. Look for it on Rumble under Reignited Tuesday nights at 8. You know, and we'll have people on. We got to have you on, Mike. I think maybe 2 Tuesdays. I think so we have something set up for next week, but yeah, we need to bring you in. We need to get your thoughts on some things.
Well, yeah, man, it was.
I think it'd be
no
great.
pressure when you're trying to hammer out a new studio, man. The last thing you need is people,
I know, dude.
putting a little screws.
Yeah.
It's like, man, just let us get this done, and then we can talk and entertain you. I get it. Bro.
I know, right?
I got a new. I got a new Stream Deck. You know, so my little sound. You know what I mean? Okay, so I have
you got the best sounds too.
Yeah,
you know?
but I have a
Like
new Stream Deck, but this is like kind of meh. But I have a new Stream Deck, new board. I have a new computer sitting behind the computer I'm using now that I've been working for like 3 months to get rolling because I just haven't had time on and off. But I'm almost there. So I got to do that new computer, right, with all my old stuff to make sure it all works right. And then I got to replace the soundboard alone and keep everything else old. And then once that's good, I got to put the Stream Deck in, right? And then I should have pretty much, because I mean, I'm not going to replace the mic. It's a sure. These are AKs. You know, they're AK.
Yeah, these are great. These are great. They're bulletproof.
Why would
I
you
love
ever
these
change?
things.
Yeah, there's no reason to change that out. And I have a backup one of these, so that's all good. But the new digital interface, my new I gotta get, and my new board down there, like it's a whole freaking thing. You know.
Yeah. Working in the new studios kind of been a rough road, but you know what I mean. We're gonna get there, and we're praying. You know what I mean. We'll figure it out. But I think that the message still stands true. You know what I mean. Across the board. You know what I mean.
Absolutely. No, and you guys are great. So I love your show, man. You guys are great. I was complaining about my studio. I'm sorry. I just realized I was just. I'm sorry. It's very.
No, I get it, dude. I'm feeling the same pain, bro. I'm feeling the same pain.
I'm like, tell us about your car. My car's a son of a gun. Let me tell you about my engine. Like, bro, what's wrong with you?
When's the last time it started? Yeah. Yeah. No. We have fun, and that's kind of the thing too. We we talk about serious stuff when we talk about how God works in our lives. And it really it resonates with us and whoever's listening. But then, after that, we have some fun, and we bring it down to brass tacks, and it's like, hey, man, and the thing is too is if you're not having fun, if you're not laughing at yourselves and you're
There you
not
go.
laughing at just kind of what's going on and keeping it light and just not getting, like Enrique said earlier, just not getting too serious and not just, like wrapping yourself around this thing called life too tight. Then you're going to have a little bit easier time. And that's kind of,
Yes.
what we try to do, what we try to provide. So,
Well said, Ruth.
God.
No doubt, man. Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. You gotta
So
live your life regardless. You gotta
Yeah,
live,
you do.
man. You gotta live. Don't fall victim. You can't fall victim to it.
Nope.
You can't. You're epileptic. You can't be no victim. You
All right,
can't be
guys.
no punk.
I'm gonna thank everyone for tuning in on my end, guys. As you know, 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday, it's the PT Pod channel, PT Pod Show on Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, and Instagram. Really, YouTube is mine here. But yeah, guys, please tune in. The Faces of Epilepsy. Join the group. Love the group. Post in the group. Do all of that. We love you. We mean it. Like, share, subscribe, because without you, there's no us. And we're really doing it. Want to send a shout out to Andrew. Wasn't able to make it in this time. Also, Curtis was supposed to come on. We're going to try to get Andrew and Curtis on definitely next week for sure. And of course, Rudy, we need in the mix, man. Whether you like it or not, we need you.
I'm here, bro. I'm here anytime I can get on, man. I love it. I love the show. I love the vibe. I love the people. And thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it.
We'll let Enrique sign off. If that's cool. Are you is that
Out,
do it.
out. Hey,
send us out, baby.
I got you. Yo, to the feed. Yo, this was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Friday night, y'all. Y'all were great. Y'all were great coming in. Hey, this is what we want right here. This is what the group is for, to create a safe space. So continue to keep coming in, y'all. Come in, y'all. Come in. Open up. We know how the life is, but yo, hey, you are bigger than what it is that you deal with. You are not a victim. You are not a punk. Remember that you have epilepsy. Epilepsy doesn't have you. Keep it going. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Y'all be good. Y'all be easy. I'm out. This is Enrique Willis signing out on behalf of the feed. One love to all of y'all. I'm out.
Oh boy! 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 Oh boy!